Hey y'all, this is Princess Diana. I'm coming to y'all today. I'm just really, I was excited. I was like all cheering up and clapping and all whatnot before I got on. But yeah, I wanted to come talk to y'all today about, well, something happened really good today to me. Like it's the process is starting now, and I'm like, you just having conversations with people, y'all. Just having conversations with people. And whew, y'all, the way God or spirit or whatever you want to say works in my life is usually through people. And that could be the case for a lot of people when you think about it. But what I'm trying to say is, honey, I was in limbo about something, and then I had to, when I say speak good over yourself, over your life, and I was listening to a couple people and they were saying, hey, like let's say you're praying for something or you're trying to manifest something, whatever you into, whatever, right? When in situations like that, you kind of have to keep, you either have to let it go and kind of keep the faith, or kind of like you have to know that it's gonna happen, even though. And the crazy part is, this is why I'm so excited about life now, because it's almost like I understand. I got understanding now. Y'all, that's one thing I hope you guys will really learn to appreciate your growing in life. Whatever you go through is okay, and it will be better. Like, you have to say that to yourself. Like, this is fine. This is growing me. My life hadn't been the worst or anything like that. I've had things happen in life and could have been a lot better, but right now it's going good, and it's getting better. It's getting better because, and I'm not saying it in a bragging way, I'm saying because like where I am right now, it's gonna get better. Like for me, I know it, and I'm speaking it, and I've been speaking it, but now I know for sure. Like when you got that no, it's powerful, man, because like when I wrote down what I wanted, I said what I wanted, this and that, and this is like maybe some years ago. And who is this calling me? Somebody's trying to call me, but I will have to call them back. Who that is? But oh, and I hope it's not interrupting my video. But excuse me, y'all. I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? When you written down, you say what you gonna say, you make all these statements. I would say I like writing stuff down. That works for me, right? It works. It works. And it over the years has not let me down. And then it also taught me to be careful. You know how people say, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. That's true. You might not get it, honey. I'd have been around for 42 years. You may not get it. Let me see. This is not it. You might not get what you wrote down or you asked for tomorrow. You may not get it in a week. You may not get it in a month. You may not get it in a year. It may be years before you get it. And when you do get it, that's why I like writing stuff down. You can go back into your notebook or whatever, or wherever you wrote it, and it's like, oh my God, I asked for this. I asked for this. Okay? Try it out, y'all. It's amazing, 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 amazing. it's so amazing because y'all, I tried to connect with somebody. This is business, right? I tried to connect with somebody, and this person is they are big in my area, right? I tried to connect with somebody, and just so happened, a girl that I know, really nice, sweet girl, she ended up having a class with her, right? And they connected, and she's buying a house up under her, right? This lady has a big company, a big realtor company. She's a broker, a big broker in the area. And I'm not going to give all the details, so I want to keep that to myself. And then when I do get it, then I can share. But another friend of mine, or a homegirl of mine that I grew up, knowing, she gave me her number, and they're supposed to be family. And the lady never, and I know that's got to be her, because I remember her name. She never did get back with me. I think she thought I wasn't serious based on who my homegirl was, right? But, and then things happen everything happens for a reason, in the time that it's supposed to happen too. I believe that too now. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Waiting doesn't have to be long. You got to tell yourself what y'all look at, manifestation videos and all that stuff, speaking into existence, so y'all can learn. But the same thing with prayer, if that's what you're into. Same thing with it. You pray about that thing, just let it go. You pray about it, you let it go. You write it down, you let it go. Whatever your faith belief is, you do it. Say what you want, let it go. Ask for what you want, let it go. Make a request, let it go. And just let it happen. Go on about your life. Literally go on about your life. And then one day, it'll just unfold. It'll just happen for you. Doors will be open for you. And it's just, woo, it blows my mind, y'all. I be going, oof. If you're a Christian, if you go to church, you talking about praising God? Like, oh my God. I mean, y'all talking about blessings. I feel so blessed. I feel so good. I feel good. Very good. Very fortunate for whatever I have right now. You have to be happy and thankful for the stuff that you have now. Look around at what you have and see how you can make it better. And but yeah, I didn't even come to talk about that, but I'm starting off with that because when I was younger, because I'm speaking to the people that and it's probably younger people, but there's some older people too, they just ain't got it yet, and that's okay. We got all the time, all of our lifetime to try to figure it out. And then some people believe, their religious belief or whatever, motif or whatever, they believe from their backgrounds that we have many lives that we live and that we reincarnate. And so if you don't get it right this time, maybe you'll get it right in another lifetime. But I want to get whatever I can get right now. And it feels so good to just literally let go and let God. You don't have to be stressed out about anything. You can just pray about it. If that's what you're into, you can write it down. You can just let it go and just know that something is going to happen. Something's going to happen. It is. Y'all, I ain't gonna talk about this. Could be major for me, okay? This could be major. It's a start. This could be major because this lady is really, really knowledgeable about the type of business that I am, I guess, rekindling. I kind of did things on my own the first time. I had no clue what was going on. I learned some things, and it it turned me off to where, because I did everything on my own. That's another thing, y'all. Don't try not to do everything on your own. I was social / a loner at the same time. I kind of always been a little bit like that in my past life, this life when I was younger. But you kind of gotta step outside of yourself if you can. Step outside of yourself and get to know people, network with people, good people, not just your homegirls, homeboys, and all that stuff. You gotta expand yourself, and it's not bad. I know you can seem like you're cozy and you're comfortable where you are, but if your life is not expanding, if there's something that you're looking for, if it's not getting better, it's because you need to loosen up. You need to get yourself stuff together, look your best, and get out there. I'm gonna start networking and stuff. Like, just go to events. I'm gonna start doing what I want to do, because I held myself back. I'm not gonna hold myself back no more. And you just have to get in that mindset. If you have these issues, some people, they're social butterflies, which is great. That's awesome. Everybody's not like that. If you're not a social butterfly, you have to make yourself be who you want to be. You have to fake it till you make it, okay? The social butterflies usually don't have a problem with this. But for all the rest of us, this is something that I want to encourage y'all to do more of. Do something different, because I'm older, so I can tell y'all, like, I'm not gonna say a waste of time, because it's not something I'm gonna speak, but there was some time where I had chances to do something different, and I did not. So that time I learned a lot from not using that time wisely, I'll say that. But now I am learning. I got to use my time and my resources more wiser. And I'm not stressing out about it. I'm taking my time. Because as we get a little bit up in age, y'all, girls, we got to take more time for ourselves. We got to have some breathing room and stuff. Don't work yourself to death. But and if you are working yourself, make sure it's something like you really working yourself. Make sure it's something that you don't mind doing it. If people say passionate, sometimes you gotta do stuff you ain't passionate about, but try to find something in what you're doing currently, somebody at the place where you work, or something that you can be okay with. Like, you're like, okay, this person is cool, this makes my day better, blah 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 blah. What I used to do was, because I had to work on me, I used to not be okay when I was younger. And I thought about this today when I got to work. I was like, man, like today I woke up and I did a video and I was like, oh my God, I actually felt good. Like, it took me years to get to that point to where I could just feel good. I feel good. Like, when I say good, like, I'm in a pretty decent mood almost every day. Some days, whatever, but it's not that many days. Have a positive outlook at life pretty much every day, because I worked on that. I had to put the work in. I had to tell myself, affirm many not gonna say many years, but like maybe for like a year or two, and then I started changing. Before I even recognized it, I started changing. And then next thing you know, when people got around me and they talked to me, they felt better. They felt more uplifted. They loved coming to just talk to me, because I would tell them something good. I would listen to them, but then I would lift them up. I would tell them something good, something they needed to hear, even if I didn't even know they needed to hear it. It could have just been being around me and my energy. And don't let everybody suck your energy dry. You can share a little bit. But yeah, hold on, y'all. But yeah, like, that's something that I like doing. I like to lift people up, but I've learned not to let them to complain with me. That's something I don't let people do, because I'll lift them on up real quick and get them on up out of there. But so you have to learn how to do that. You're gonna work on your peace. But I know affirming helped me a lot. This lady, well, she's deceased now, but her name is Louise Hay. I really like her affirmations. Whatever affirmations work for you, but I love her affirmations, honey. It's so peaceful. And then listen to Louise talk about her life and how she grew up. She didn't have a good upbringing at all. She was abused, all kind of stuff. And if you've been through that, great person to listen to. But if you haven't, then you gotta say, when you hear people talk about their tragedies in life and different things like that, if you don't feel better about your circumstance and you haven't been through that, your life is not that bad. I don't know what to tell you. Get it together. But I was gonna say, when I was younger, so I had to work on these things, because I noticed that I would allow my emotions to control me and not me controlling my emotions. I mean, there are some things where, yeah, you stump your foot or stub your foot on something. Of course, ouch, that hurts. All this stuff, you might feel a ways about it. I mean, you know, that's natural. But if somebody passes away, you might cry. You might feel some kind of way about that, you know. You will, probably, more than likely. If they're close to you, you're definitely probably gonna feel some kind of way about it. And it's okay to feel sadness then. But for the most part in life, like a lot of stuff, like the day-to-day stuff, like if you have a decent life, right? I really want y'all to think about, ask yourself today, do I have a decent life? And if I do, what's going on that I'm happy about in my life? Start writing that stuff down. And I'm gonna put y'all on hold again. All right, I am back. Yeah, let your you have to control those emotions. So let's just say you feel like, oh my God, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. If you keep festering, like letting that fester, it's gonna grow. Whatever you something, what's the saying, y'all? Whatever you something, it grows. Like, so for example, like, I don't know what the saying is, but let's say you're planting something, right? When a person, whether you planted something or not, you know about plants by now. You learned about planting stuff from elementary school, right? Planting of a plant, an extra flower or whatever, right? And I think we used to do that in science or something in elementary school, or elementary, I believe. So anyways, you plant your seed, right? When you plant your seed and you do it properly, everything, the environment's good, all that stuff, you watering it, right? I think most plants you gotta water every day. Some of them every other day, or however often you're supposed to water. You're taking care of this. You're paying attention to it, right? And the more you water it, it grows, right? Day by day, it's growing, whether you see it or not. You know, if you got a camera on it, you get to see how it grows every day. So the more we focus on something, it's gonna grow. So if we don't focus on those things, they will just subside. They will just literally work themselves out. For example, when I was younger, let's just use an example of anything, right? I can just make up something. All right, so I didn't notice, and I caught myself one day. I was like, oh my God. I started noticing. I said, you know, most days, now I was a pretty cool person, and you know, people still like me. But now, when I say in the more, when I say the past 10 years, people love being around me, love it. When probably 8 years, but when before then, people like me, but when sometimes I would you know, if I felt a way about something, I would kind of, not about anything, but I'm trying to think of let's say I had complaints about a relationship I was in. I mean, I was like, all sad and all in, like complaining about this same thing, the same things, complaining about the person, the situation. And I think, when people, and I know because I'm on the other end now where I can see it better. But people don't want to hear you keep complaining, because their life could be good. This is how it works for people. If your life is good, even if you care about people, you don't want what they got going on to affect you, like to mess up your thing. You know what I'm saying? Even though I can care about people, but it's like, my God, like, I'm not going to let this rain on my parade, They're not your kids or, whatever. You can still be there for people, but you have to kind of let them know at some point, like, hey, you gotta work on this. Now, I'm going to help you through, but you can't keep complaining about the same stuff now. This is not good. I'm not going to listen to you just complain about the same stuff day in and day out, year in and year out. I started calling people out on that stuff because I'm like, you're trying to affect me and I'm not going to let you, But, yeah, so I think I was really, I ain't going to say think, I was doing that here, not all the time, but I was doing it too much. I was doing it too much. Yeah. Not as bad as some people, but I was happy, I was sad, I was all the way in, like whatever my emotion was, I was kind of like in that. I didn't even try to help myself out of that, if that makes sense, right? Now, I'm gonna tell you something. So, for example, you ever had like y'all happy, you in a group of people, and then somebody come and be like, oh my God, there's this person here, they come, like, they coming with some BS or, something to kind of get y'all down or just throw the energy off, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but that's pretty much all I want to share. You have to really learn to help I said control your emotions. I'm going to say you got to help your emotions to change. And you do it every day, until finally you get trained. It's just like being on a team, right? A sports team, right? Or athletic team. So, or playing sports. You have to learn the basics first, right? With anything, you gotta learn the basics. Learn to drive, you gotta learn the basics. Whatever it is, walk, whatever. You gotta learn the basics first. You do the basic stuff, and then like a baby, they're walking, they're wobbling all over the place, they're falling, right? And then next thing you know, they're standing up. Well, they're standing up without falling, wobbling all over the place. Then they stop kind of wobbling, and then they're walking like a duck. And then next thing you know, they're walking like a well, I ain't gonna say like an adult. Well, some of these kids grown, so, but they're walking just like anybody else, But it took them some time to get to that point, right? Maybe not that long. Some people it takes a little longer, but you don't compare yourself to other people. You can see what they did and how they did to get whatever they did to get to. Listen to the different people with positive things to say. Like they put like this: if it starts off with a sad story, they gotta be, just like I said, when you listen to Louise Hay, if y'all take time, Louise Hayes, I believe it is, look her up. She's big, or she was big. She still is big, she's passed away. But yeah, look at her stuff, and she can teach you how to get beyond where you are in life, because that's how the God, like that song, it's the God in me, that's how the God in you works. It'll teach you how to maneuver better in life, I'll say that. Because sometimes I think as a human we can feel like we don't have any control, we don't have any say so. But the spirit works in mysterious ways. It works. I'm learning how it works for me. Y'all let me know if it's different for y'all. But I just learned to sometimes you don't even know, you can't even have faith. Like you can't even muster up a seed. You just, all I can tell you is when anytime you feel like you're gonna have doubt, say nope. Just act like it's a, act like it's a person or something and smack it away. Nope. Not allowing that. Nope. If it come up, nope. Nah. We're not thinking about that today. That's not what we're thinking about. I don't even like that. Like like this is what I say. I think I say what is it? Did I say? I haven't said, had to say it in a long time. But I'm like, if it's something, some type of hold on, y'all. Okay. Some type of thought that comes up, pestering thought that comes up, just say, nope, get that out of here. Don't like it. Stay away from me. Stay far away from me. And then write it down. Say, hey, or pray about it. Say, God, I would like, or whatever, Jesus, whatever y'all say. I would like for such and such to stay away from me. Like, not as if it's a person, right? Or I'll also like write down, hey, such and such likes to stay away from me. Such and such doesn't even like to be around me. Like, and this is a feeling, emotion, or a circumstance, right? Just write it down like that. You'll be surprised what happens. The mind is words and words. Whether you write them down or you say them, they are powerful. They are so powerful. Whether you believe it or not, try it. You don't have to believe it. Try it. Like the people at church used to say, try God. Try God. And I want people to try God because I'm telling you, try it. You don't have to believe it. Try it. Try it. Okay, y'all? I don't want people to go to church and waste their time. Get something out of it. Because work with God, get to know God, have a personal relationship. Like really, when I got off that phone with that lady, before I got off the phone, I was asking her about something, and she said, girl, God is like, moving in my life, and just, years ago, when the other girl, my homegirl, was telling me about her, I think she was just starting out. I think she was like, she was moving and shaking, but she didn't have what she has now. Not even, a fifth of what she has now. And now she has this big business with a lot of people working up under her and stuff. And she's wearing all these different hats. She's moving. And then trying to start up another big business. So I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? And I think she's into women empowerment and stuff too. Cool. And if it's men, y'all got some, y'all can make moves, y'all. I want y'all to really make moves out here because y'all, I'm going to speak, it's going to be more husbands, it's going to be more wives in the future. And we're going to treat each other the way we're supposed to be treating each other. Wives, stand up for yourself. Don't be no fool out here. If you with a guy, let them run all over you. Or, if you're a good guy, happen to be one of those, don't let that woman run over you. Stand up for yourself in the respectful way. Put your foot down, let the person know. You ain't got to get all outraged about it. But just let them know, I'm not putting up with that. Like, it's just certain things, it's a no. If it's something like it's an absolute no, y'all already discussed it. Some people one time is a charm too. Some stuff one time is a charm, and then you need to head on out the door, or you need to be parting ways. Okay, but we have to teach people how to respect us, and we got to respect ourselves, and then we can require people to respect us. When you respect yourself and then learn to like yourself and learn to love yourself, I don't know which one comes first. I can't remember if I like myself first or love myself first, but whichever one, then you won't really let people play with you like that. you'll probably start catching yourself. Oh, especially if you're a people pleaser. Oh, I almost let somebody play with me. I almost let somebody do it. No. You'll start standing up for yourself. You'll start asking a person questions like, hey, why did you do such and such? Or let me make sure I understood you. Like, put them on their square. Like, talk square business to me. Like, don't play around. Be straight up with me. Like, require that of people. And then they'll know you mean business. They'll know not to play with you like that. Okay? This is stuff I learned later in life. And when I say later in life, probably like over the past maybe 5 to 6 years, I really have learned a lot, and I feel so good, y'all. And I'm just growing, and I will share more. But I want y'all to have the same, because life is not as bad. Well, I can't speak for everybody. Now, some people's life is pretty jacked up, but even with that, I want them to know that those things can change. Okay, speak good over yourself. Speak good over your situation, as if however you want it. Right? Let's say some crap is happening right now. I want you to speak it in a way, speak over that situation in a way as if that's not even happening. Like, I'm just gonna use for example, let's say a parent has a child that's acting up, right, in whatever way that means, right? I want you to write down, even if you can't even think, just write it down, like as if you're writing a fictional novel or something like that. Hey, you're writing about your child. Hey, little Timmy is doing so much better in school now. He is an A and B honor roll student. He does his work without me having to ask. He does his chores, like write it out like that. That way, let me try to beat these people. That way you can see it manifest like that. It ain't, like I said, it might not happen tomorrow, might not but it's happening. Like, it is happening right then and there. But to have things unfold, you got people, places, and things. You got all kind of things that need to unfold first, and in the fastest way possible. You gotta let life unfold, people unfold, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Once you just allow God to work for you, if that makes sense, spirit to work for you, and y'all gonna see some things. Y'all gonna be encouraged, honey. I'm telling you. Y'all gonna see it. All right, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm getting out of here. Like, comment, and subscribe.